Welcome to Zambia and the Royal Livingstone Hotel, where the Dan Nicholl Show finds itself this weekend. It's a beautiful hotel right on the banks of one of the great rivers of the world. But although the hotel is fantastic, the real focus is the river, and a challenge for the show this weekend as I take on Cameron van der Burgh on the waters of the Zambezi to see who's the greatest swimmer in the history of the Dan Nicholl Show. We started off our Zambian adventure by heading out nice and early into the bush and catching a ride on some animals a little more my speed than Cameron's. So as you can see, Mary is fairly measured and maybe not the speediest creature on earth. I think I'm taking quite a bit of inspiration for our swim. Whether it was riding the elephants or the thought of the swim to come, Cameron was looking a little nervous. No such problem for the jumbos. Oh, Mary, can I have my water? Thank you, Mary. Elephants done, it was time to start training in water shipped in from the Arctic. So Cameron and his entourage have decided to take a helicopter flip over Victoria Falls this morning. Now, I'd love to do it, sure, it's a beautiful ride and a lovely day and a great way to see the falls. But I've focused. I've got a big race tomorrow. I've got to get in some training. Cameron doesn't want to take this seriously. Well, that's up to him. I'm going to win this race and I'm going to train for it. Visitors at the Royal Livingstone forgiven for thinking that Michael Phelps was hard at work. With a big race ahead, it was time to chat to some locals about the need for speed. So this is just a standard Sunday in Zambia, taking your cheetah for a morning walk. Let's see what's so strange about it. The big race on the water was still to come, but we decided to have a crack at a race on land, taking on the fastest creature in the world, the cheetah, running at speeds of over 100 kilometers an hour. But with pure pace and power and a touch of Usain Bolt, both Cameron and myself, human blurs, became the first people ever to defeat the cheetah in a running race. After a hard day riding elephants and running faster than cheetahs, time for a little relaxation and the luxury of an old steam train riding through and across to the bridge over the Victoria Falls.
It's breathtakingly beautiful. I guess it is your backyard, so thank you for inviting me.
Now, somewhere you haven't been before, what were your first thoughts when you had a look at just the power of that water?
You know, it's something that I've really wanted to see in my whole life, the 7 wonders of the world, so this is one of them. You know, I think I've got a long list now to go, so we'll tick those down.
Now, it's water we're going to be swimming in. What are your thoughts on that?
I'm a little bit scared. You know, it's a big challenge taking on you. It's probably going to be the career highlights of my life, but I'm ready for you.
To wrap up a 5-course feast for Cameron the night before the big race, needless to say, all I had was a salad. Next week on the Dan Nicholl Show.
Alright, so this is the crux of what we're doing. This is the stupidest thing I've ever done on television or otherwise. The Victoria Falls are behind. You fall off that, you're finished.
Dan, I can't wait for this. This is probably the most exciting swimming event I've ever done in my life.
This is going to be filmed. If this is the last you ever see of this, darling, I love you.